Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. So I'm going to show you here in just a second what we are going to make. All right, so I'm just going to set this over here to drain. All right. So I have my tray for my Resiners curing machine because, guys, that has made a world of difference. So I've made up 18 ounces of resin because we are going to make a, hopefully, a 3-piece vanity set. And I have piece of dried flower in my resin. All right, so I'm just making sure that everything is, you know, mixed in, incorporated from, I used the big Let's Resin mixer today, the one you have to keep hitting the button. So I hit the button like 6 times. And then I hand stirred the rest. So we've got a tray that we're gonna pour. And we have a soap dispenser. So obviously the tray is gonna go like that, but just to show you. So we're gonna make a soap dispenser here. And then we are gonna make one of the smaller toothbrush and toothpaste holders to go in here, so that the whole set will match. So that's my plan. And then I'm going to make 2 of these emblems to put on, one on either side of the soap dispenser. So we'll do this last. So if I need to make up more, because that's gonna be, I'm gonna coat this with the grape Chameleon powder by Let's Resin. And then I'm going to make black pigment resin to pour into it. So we only need a little bit. So even if I have to color one of these colors that I'm gonna make, we can always make that black. So I've got 2 cups. Now I do not remember how much any of these hold. So it's going to be a guessing game. So I'm gonna pour 6 ounces and 6 ounces, roughly. Okay. So we have these mixed up, so that gives me about 5 ounces if I need more. So I'm going to use these 2 colors, and I'm going to drizzle a little bit of white in between. We're gonna so I'm gonna take like that much for the white. I don't want a lot, but I'd like to get like a hint of it in there. So I don't mind if these 2, maybe I'm gonna I'll try the glue trick in this just to see if it will kind of keep the white separate. I don't know. So first of all, let's get our little box together, and then we will get our, so this is a set. I don't remember if I got it on Amazon. I think I did, or Temu. I believe it was Amazon. I will try to find the link and put that in the description, because it came with a soap container, a couple of different size toothbrush holders, the 2, the 4, I think even a 6. Now I just took it out. How did I already get something on there? All right, I'm gonna We're going to build this first. Like that. And then this just, all right, now I already can see I'm going to have a problem because this mold is bent. Oh, I hate that. Well, I guess we might end up using our little clippies. I bought these at the Dollar Tree. There was 6 of them for $1.25. I had seen a bunch of other artists use them, and I never had any. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy one. So we'll probably end up using those. All right, let's get our colors mixed. So this is going to be for a white. So I'm going to use the Eye Candy Dark Ocean Green and the Macaw Blue, because we're using the grape on that. And these are the pieces. And they go good with this color and they go good with this color. So that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to put, so I'm going to end up having to order some bigger containers of this because this is one of my favorite greens and I'm almost out. So I will end up getting a big bottle of it. I should have been taking advantage of the sale this past weekend, but you know, the funds just weren't there. So you got to do what you got to do. But look at how beautiful that is. All right, so that's a good... And I will divide these, well, we'll see how they debubble. If they seem to be debubbling really good, we might not use the debubbler. We'll see. All right, and then this is the Macaw Blue Green. And this is also a beautiful color. All right, let's see how this goes. Now, I've never done like a marbly or swirls or something in the soap dispenser, but I figured we'd try it today. Now, I'm going to be doing the square one again, but unfortunately that one doesn't fit in the curing machine. So, because it's too tall. Because I was going to do that one today because that one has a blemish on it. And I want to see if these emblems are going to be able to disguise it. But I did order some more of these like trim molds. And they should be here tomorrow. So we will definitely be making some of those and trying them out. And let me see. We're going to just use an ocean white pigment for the white. And I'm just gonna stick my stick in there because trying to squeeze these are crazy. And this is the Let's Resin epoxy resin. So we want to scrape our sticks, especially on that paste. Last time I think on the squishies, I had one I hadn't mixed good. So I'm like, yeah, I better make sure I mix this good. All right. I'm just going to wipe the stick. And that way I can, yeah, that's nice and dark. And because we really don't have too much for trapped bubbles to get caught in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the soap container first. All right. So let me just move this here. Try to move some of this crap out of my way so I can put this where you guys can see what I am doing. Okay. And this mold has a lot of like scuffs on it, so I'm probably going to have to put a top coat over the top of it. I'm going to pour this tray last because I want these two pieces to match. And I'm going to get a small stick, if I have any. I do. I see one in there. A little short one for the white. Let me see. All right, I think what I'm going to do, and this has to go this way in order for it to fit with the light thing on it. So I'm going to get some white, and I'm just gonna kind of dribble some of it in there. I guess I don't want a lot of white. Now I'm thinking these colors might be too close. Oh well. We will find out. All right, and let me take my sticks out of these. All right, so now I need some of the So the white is showing. Oh, and I forgot to put the glue. Oh, well. There is white showing. Let's see which one I have more of. A smidge more of the green. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even spray that with alcohol. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. All right, so I'm going to do the white drizzle. Again. Do another drizzle. And I need to take a dotting tool because I can see a bubble right underneath here. So we want to work that out. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this over here. Because if I don't, it's gonna make a mess. I already know. All right, so now, so this is the only one that's going to have like trapped bubbles. I can see one. And that's the only thing when you're marbling something and you're making like a two-piece set, you've got to be careful. You don't want to mix too much because you won't get the same effect as the other, the other piece if you blend it too much. All right, so we're going to take that off and just going to finish filling this. Okay, so that fits there. So we're going to use these clips because if not, we're going to have a warped thing. So I will end up having to try to do something at the bottom to hide the little, where these little things are going to be in there. Oh, hang on here. There we go. The silicone was stuck. Now this one, I believe this part stays empty. I can't remember. I know on one of them it did. Maybe not. We're just gonna, I'll figure it out after. Okay. that looks like it's up pretty high, so okay. Yeah, so those stay hollow. So you know what? If there's a little bit of a layer, I'm okay with that. Actually, I would prefer it. So as long as we're not going over, we're gonna cover that. It'll be a thin layer, but yeah, I just don't like the okay, so turn that. Wipe my hands here, guys, because I'm sticky. All right, I'm gonna take the rest of that now. Oh. We're gonna take the rest of this and we're gonna divide it in our 2 cups here. So I definitely have more of one than the other. So that's the macaw. And then this is the green. And I might end up having to make up a little bit more. I'm not sure, because I don't remember how much this takes. And this is just a cup I keep reusing over and over as long as I can. And as you can see, I didn't clean it out, but that's okay. It still works. Ah. Gosh, I'm so sticky. All right, so we're definitely gonna need a little bit more of this green. Add in there. Wipe my stick, and we're going to add some blue, the macaw blue green. Excuse me. So I need a little bit more on this one because I had more clear. All right, and that gives us 3 ounces there. And 2.5 of this. So 5.5, 6, 7 ounces. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Fly on my leg. All right. And I'm going to take my paper towel, spray some alcohol and get some of these little bits that fell in there. Okay. And this one could use a little bit more, but we'll see. I'd rather sand the bottom and add a piece of felt to the bottom than oh my gosh, guys, I think I'm gonna have just enough. All right, so I have more green, so let's oh my goodness gracious. There's that. Okay. And do one more little drizzle. All right. So that, and I believe we'll have enough with this for the black. So let me just very carefully, let me get a wipe so I can wipe my hands. Just got a baby wipe here. I'm trying to, I don't want to get my cover all sticky, and I have to move my cover in order to move my curing machine. Over. Okay. Put the cover on so nothing gets in it. I'm not going to turn it on right yet. I'm just going to we're going to let that kind of degas on its own a little bit. So we're going to just take some of this black. And we'll just take this stick because it's going to be black. Because this is going to be the back. It's not going to be seen, but I do want it to be a darker color because that's what's going to give it the look. All right. So it's basically these two that I want. So I'm just going to coat them. Should use the other brush. Something a little bit firmer so I can really rub that in. Now I could have used the other two pieces because I think the front of this is going to be flat, but it had a few bubbles. So I was kind of hoping that I could get a better set. So I'm going to pour this now, and then when my pieces come out of the curing machine after 2 hours, I'm going to put this in for 1 hour. And that way it will still be pliable for us to, if we need to bend it on the jar, we can. Okay, that looks good. This might not even be the color that I used for those ones. I don't remember. But this is what we're using today. And we will see. So this is more of like a dark charcoal color, but that's fine. As long as it's dark. Take my pokey stick. So I'm trying to like get in there where the bubbles could trap, but I'm trying to just like poke down and not rub. All right, and I have a little bit more. I cannot believe, guys, that I don't think I'm going to have enough of this one, but we're going to try it. Oop, as I stick my finger in. So this one will have a little bit of floating because obviously I can't take this and flip it over now. Well, I could, but I'd have a mess. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a way, adding stuff like this is going to be a way to elevate our projects, guys, because it really, the camera doesn't even really show how beautiful it looks versus in person. Okay. And so I'm just trying to follow it around so I can get some in all of the areas in case I run out. But it ain't looking like it. And this time I'm trying to not have it be over poured, so I don't have the cleanup. Gosh, guys. And we're just gonna pour whatever is left because there's not much. Because I can always yeah. All right. Okay, so we will be back for demold. I can't believe that I made up on just enough. Yay! Something's going good today. Oh. Trying to make sure I clean up my tools as I go here. Oop. All right, so one more and then I can take my glove off to shut my phone off here, guys. All right, I will be back on demold and we will get this finished up. Okay, guys, this is all cured. I did pull these out, so see what I was saying? I'm gonna have to fix. Yeah, I don't even know if that is gonna work. So we'll just see how it comes out, and then I can figure out how I'm gonna fix it. Ow! And I don't want to cut my fingers. All right. Let's get this one out. Break the suction. There we go. Okay. I'm liking the colors, but both of these are caved in. So I don't know why, what would have caused that, but ouch. So I like the color so far, so that's a plus. All right, let's get this jar out. Oh, I forgot to grab the thingy. Oh well, I'll get it in a minute. I'll get just a little trimming there. Oh, but that's not too bad. A little bit more white than maybe I wanted, but all right, let's and I'm regretting not putting this through the debubbler. Ooh. All right, let's fix this. That's kind of cool. They almost look like frozen waterfalls. That's kind of cool. And then our cover, which I'll glue down. I definitely got to trim the bottom. That kind of looks cool, guys. It looks like waterfalls. All right, let's get our tray out. That's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I like it or I don't. But that is kind of what I was hoping for. So let's take out, so I put these in the curing machine for 2 hours. They were done. And then I put these in for an hour. And yeah, they're all ready. And they're still soft, which is what I wanted, because if I wanted to add that to the front, I wanted to make sure that I could form it to the jar. All right. Whoa. Goodness gracious. Let's get the other one out so that we can see how it's going to look with one on both sides. And I let this go for an hour and the half-hour cool down cycle. And it's still nice and pliable. So, all right. So we have one on one side. And one on the other side. You know, I'm kind of liking it. Gosh, I wish you guys were here to tell me. I don't know. It looks good with and it looks good without. But we do have a big green spot, so this definitely does break it up. Okay. And then yeah, I think I'm going to put them on there. So with this, I mean, obviously I would not sell this as part of the set. And there are some micro bubbles in here, so I would definitely need to do a top coat. I thought I put my cover back on this, but I guess I didn't. Uh-oh, did I lose my cover? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I'm not liking this tray. All right, let me get my B7000 and let's get these two emblems put on. Let me grab my my spigot. gold or silver. I just like silver. So there was a bunch of things I was gonna do for this, but I don't like it. So, all right, so that fits on there beautifully. So instead of making it a 3-piece set, we might just have a 1-piece. All right, where, I think I need it on this. And it's my own fault because I didn't run it through the debubbler. Don't take shortcuts, guys. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip with some alcohol and clean up that overspill of glue. Sorry, my hands are all gross, guys. I just got done doing a live. All right, so let's get our emblems glued on. They would probably stay by themselves when these finish curing, but I'm not going to take any chances. So I just want to make sure that I have them at the same height. So I'm going to use the cover as my my reference point. So see how I put it right at the end, so that when I glue the other one on the other side, I can use this as my center, but this will make sure that they're both the same height on both sides. Okay. There we go. And then I will just trim the bottom. I will probably put some little feet on there. This one I'm not going to do anything with just because it's bowed in here. I don't know. See how it's like sucked in here? There is fine. Here it's really, you can see it really bad right there. And this was one I hadn't even used yet, and this is caved in too. So yeah, I'm liking the color, and I'm not liking my tray. I should have only put a little tiny bit of white. But we can salvage the jar. I was going to, I mean, I suppose I could sell this, like, you know, as a set and put some stones around the outside edge and then do a clear coat on the inside. But I don't know. I'm not really loving the white in there. So I don't know. Maybe on the next project, we might pour something a little bit different to go with this, but it will be on the next video. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll end this. And I got some glue right there. And there are a few micro bubbles along the bottom, but they're not, I mean, you really can't even feel them. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, it's for the bathroom. I could say I purposely wanted it like that. So yeah, I'm going to just let these dry. And yeah, we'll call it a video this time, guys. And then once the glue dries completely, I'll go through and, you know, clean that up. But I'm pleased with this. I love how these turned out. Kind of like a cascading waterfalls. Alrighty, guys, that is going to do it for today. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.